Good evening and welcome to another edition of Arizona Wildlife Views. I'm your host, Ian Satter. Today's show is all about the ladies. Later on, we'll meet up with Tristana Bickford for a segment we call Girls Got Guns. But first, let's head to the cool countryside outside of Prescott for the Becoming an Outdoor Woman weekend.
A lot.
And let's count them. Let's see, we've probably got 2 long ones and 4 short ones like...
The great out of doors is no longer an exclusively male domain. It's estimated that in the last 6 years alone, women's participation in outdoor activities has leapfrogged by an amazing 50%, and their numbers keep increasing at dizzying rates. One reason even more women don't participate in hunting, fishing, backpacking, and canoeing is because they have not had an opportunity to learn the skills necessary to enjoy these activities. Many women are introduced to the outdoors by their fathers or spouses, and this hasn't always been a positive experience, making Becoming an Outdoor Woman workshops an excellent chance to learn without male pressure and competition.
I don't think so. No, not for dinner.
And women are lining up in great numbers for the chance to be involved. Becoming an outdoor woman means becoming more competent, more confident, and more aware. It's an outdoor skills program that offers women a chance to grow, a chance to learn not just outdoor skills, but also about themselves. Becoming an Outdoor Woman teaches women to be confident, and confidence is a powerful tool. They may have thought they were signing up to learn how to kayak or shoot a shotgun or rush down a zip line. Well, they do all that, but they get more than they bargained for, a whole lot more. Their new skills inspire them to stand a little taller, to venture confidently into new situations, and it's changed their relationships with the people in their lives.
This is like the 5th camp that I've done as a coordinator, and you just keep coming back just because it's just so much fun.
The workshop welcomes women from all backgrounds to enjoy camaraderie with other women in a supportive, learning environment.
The line is ready. Shooters, lock and load.
Participants span the ages of 18 to 80 plus.
Okay. Yep, it goes all the way across. You just go ahead and shove it on in.
Our average age is about 40, 45. We get quite a few in their 50s. We have a group of about 96 up here, and probably about 10 of them are in their 60s. They're really brave new frontiers for them. We had an 86-year-old, her name was Charlotte Nord, I'll never forget her. She was here with her daughter, her granddaughter, her great-granddaughter. And she took birding and GPS and, you know, the classes that weren't real physical. We have 18-year-olds here too, and they're the ones that take the ropes and the canoeing and the rappelling and the hiking, you know, so they get a little more physical. We got that too, so we can pretty much accommodate all ages.
Fun remains the watchword from start to finish during 3 days of camaraderie with like-minded women.
Yeah, they get kind of bold, you know, and you can see them from the weekend. When they first get here on Friday, they're kind of a little timid and stuff, you know. And if you go in this room this evening, they're going to be absolutely crazy, just having a good time.
What you can do also, a little trick.
The goal is to provide a well-rounded education of outdoor activities and to give women the knowledge and confidence to venture into the outdoors on their own. The workshops are a fun, hands-on, supportive environment designed to give women a chance to try a wide variety of outdoor activities.
We want to become an outdoor woman, so we're going to teach them how to just be comfortable out here and not have to be afraid and be worried. Most people come through it 2 or 3 times, and then they'll outgrow us, which is good. That's what we want. The first time they come through, they'll take GPS. I'm Lost Now, which is a survival class basically for bow. They'll take land navigation and all that kind of stuff that you got to learn. The next time they'll come through, you're going to see they're taking fly fishing, beginning hunting, they're taking canoeing. So, and I can see these ladies grow, and it's really fun to see that. And then we get some that come back year after year after year. There's probably, we call them bow groupies. There's probably 3 or 4 that they just come back here just because they love coming here and they love the camaraderie of their friends. They got some good friends here.
One of the more popular activities offered, rappelling, is taught in 2 parts. First, the basics are covered in detail, and then the ladies graduate to the intermediate course. Rappelling teaches you to trust your instructors and the fellow climbers you're with, and it also helps a person overcome their natural fear of heights.
And the old adage is true, don't look down, only look where you're going to be putting your feet.
The scariest part is stepping over, and I've done this a number of times now, and each time it's still scary, stepping over the edge.
Yeah, our job as instructors here are to convince our students to walk backwards off the side of a cliff, so really defying common sense and logic.
Put your brake hand in the back.
But so far we've had 100% success.
Yeah, actually this is my 4th time and I love it. So I repeat this class every time I come. So I'm just a regular now.
That was awesome!
Another favorite high-energy activity the women can choose is the ropes course. The ladies start by climbing 40 foot up a pine tree, a feat accomplished with the aid of a well-placed ladder.
It's like you've done this before.
It's still scary.
After being secured in place by the instructor, the commands are given,
Zip team ready? Ready!
and the trip of a lifetime begins. There's a reason it's called a zip line. The workshop gives beginners a chance to improve and to learn through the guidance of experienced and enthusiastic instructors.
It was a hoot. It was really fun. A little scary leaning forward, that little initial off, but then, then when you know you're fine, you just sail on out. It was wonderful. I am an Arizona outdoor woman. That's right. That's right.
In a non-threatening, comfortable atmosphere.
Here goes
After the last run, what better way for the instructor to get down than to take a ride himself? And a little showmanship can't hurt. But there's a price to pay for showing off. Hang around for pictures. The second part of the ropes course teaches the ladies confidence and trust.
So, is there ever a time when you can't hold on to a rope?
Well, I hope not. It'd be real tough to balance on that wire.
All classes are taught at an introductory level for people who have little or no experience. The instructors and staff are patient and supportive, but sometimes these activities just call out for a song.
Reach for it.
Tied up with string. Get it over here. These are a few of my favorite things.
You're just lucky that song was long enough. All right, that's quite an act to follow. Somebody else has got to know it.
The participants offer encouragement and share in the success of each group member.
And you can always tell the people that take the ropes class because their adrenaline is going so fast and they're like all pumped up and it's really fun.
Each individual can learn at her own pace. All equipment is provided. Becoming an Outdoor Women workshops emphasize the importance of the right equipment and the proper fit for any activity, whether it's hiking or firing a pistol. The workshop is about giving women the chance to create their own style and gain confidence in the outdoors.
You might be an outdoor woman if you can wear camo and pink and still look good. So they're working on that, their own variation of that, and this evening we'll have prizes for whoever comes up with the most fun one.
And gloves. What ensemble is complete without just the right pair of gloves?
Actually, I thought that I could maybe be bait for cheetah or something, but I found out that these were really good because animals can't see color, and so this is sort of dappled, so it was actually a good thing to be wearing.
Work it,
An
girls,
impromptu
work it.
fashion show helps pass the time on the hike back to the chow hall. And of course the program will go ahead, rain, shine, or snow.
We've had bows up here where there's been snow and rain and they still go out there in the canoes and they take trash bags and cut out little holes for their head and they're out there paddling around on Goldwater Lake. It's something different for them to do and they just have a blast with it. And we've got 30 ladies this time on 3 different classes and they're all full, very popular class.
Well, some people are canoeing tandem and some people are canoeing by themselves and some people are kayaking and getting their butts wet.
It's wonderful.
Well, wonderful or not, when that canoe hits the shore, a warm, dry pair of socks is certainly in order.
It's not for wimps. The cabins do have showers. They do have toilets in each cabin, an ice hot shower. You will need to bring your bedroll and your basic toiletry stuff. But and there's heat in the cabins too. That's important. But other than that, we're pretty rustic here. They don't seem to mind.
Many participants have husbands or friends who hunt, and the workshop attendees want to become more knowledgeable so they can participate more fully in those outdoor activities.
They take basic firearms safety here at the camp.
And they have been very clear about making sure that we're safe and comfortable with whatever we're doing.
We take them down to Prescott Valley, and we have had some ladies in the past who have been actually afraid of firearms for no real reason. They just have a phobia.
And even though initially you might be somewhat intimidated to handle and fire a gun, they take you through a step-by-step process that really gives you lots of confidence, and they're very informative and instructional with each step so that you can proceed.
Cease fire! Cease fire!
Overall, these women had a feeling of great accomplishment from just shooting a firearm, and hitting the target makes it all the more enjoyable.
Not too bad for my
No, this is absolutely fabulous. Look at
And I like this a lot.
Yeah. That is a major accomplishment in itself.
Those ladies are having a great time in the outdoors, and they're learning quite a lot. Now, stay tuned as we bring you Girls Got Guns.
In 1926, just a few months before her death, the great American humorist Will Rogers described Phoebe Ann Oakley Mosey as the greatest woman rifle shot the world has ever produced. As the star attraction of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, Annie Oakley, as she is better known, thrilled audiences around the world with her daring shooting feats. A champion in a man's sport, she forever changed ideas about the abilities of women. Annie Oakley was the very spirit of personal independence, a spirit that is just as much alive in our generation as it was in hers. Sitting Bull, the great Indian chief, was so impressed with her abilities that he adopted her into the Sioux tribe, giving her the name of Little Miss Sure Shot. Today, the Annie Oakley Sure Shot program at the Ben Avery Shooting Facility continues the legacy left by Annie Oakley.
Hello, my name is Tristana Bickford, the Hunter Recruitment and Retention Coordinator for the Arizona Game and Fish Department. Today we're out at Ben Avery Shooting Facility with the Annie Oakley Sure Shots. Our first step, safety.
The Sure Shot program has a simple approach, instruction and mentoring for women, by women, and it's free.
We have 1 hour orientation where we teach basic gun safety. The program offers free participation. Right now, Arizona Rifle and Pistol covers us with insurance, so that makes it easy for all the ladies to come out without any additional expense. We give each lady 500 rounds of .22 ammunition. We provide all the firearms. We have rifles and pistols. We have revolvers and semi-automatics.
This increasingly popular shooting program is held every Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and has been named a Best of Phoenix event by the Phoenix New Times. No knowledge or possession of firearms is necessary, and you can progress at whatever pace is most comfortable for you.
So when a new woman comes out to shoot, they go through the orientation class, and then what do they do?
We bring them out to the benches and we pair them up with a coach, and usually, depending on the size of the class, it's either 2 ladies and a coach or 4 ladies and a coach, and 2 ladies will shoot and the other 2 will stand back and listen to all the instructions and observe, and then they rotate. So each shooting period, everyone gets, the ladies get to shoot. We will use semi-automatics and revolvers for handguns.
Ear and eye protection is available, along with an introductory amount of free ammunition. You don't have to have a firearm. Loaners are available so everyone can participate.
So how do women get involved in this?
Actually, all they have to do is show up here on the second or fourth Thursday at 6:45, and our orientation starts at 7 o'clock. And it's open to women who are 18 or older. We average 45 to 60 on Thursday nights, and right now we have instructors in rifle, pistol, and shotgun. So I believe we have 8 instructors at the moment, and we probably have about 15 coaches.
Cease fire, cease fire, open and empty all firearms.
So why are there no men out here?
Actually, we found out in the very beginning we did allow men on the range, and women try to live up to expectations of their significant others, and we found that they actually respond with less trepidation to total strangers. So we decided that we would do it that way, and for a while we had men standing behind the fence saying things like, "You call that a good shot?" or coaching their wives, so we just banned them altogether.
Sounds good to me.
My husband actually does help, and they like him because he fixes guns and is not radical.
Okay, so 1 or 2 is okay.
Right.
How safe is this program?
We're really big on safety, and we do promote safety. We do tell the ladies that don't be surprised if we do come up to them and actually move the firearm where it's supposed to be. It's common for new shooters. They don't understand that turning their body, they also turn the firearm as well. Safety obviously is a very big factor out here, and that's why a lot of women like to come out here, because we do have such a safe program for them to shoot in. It's a great environment.
And we're proud to report that there has never been a serious accident at the Sure Shot program.
So why did you come out here tonight?
I've always wanted to learn how to shoot a gun. I've always been scared of them, and somebody told me about the program. So just to get rid of the fear and to learn how to do it correctly in case I decide to own a firearm, I just wanted to know.
What was your initial fear?
You hear all the horror stories about how dangerous they are and how scary they are. I just wanted to get over the phobia.
So how do women overcome their fear of handling a firearm?
Actually, I think it just happens when they take the gun in their hands for the first time and they know they have a coach working with them, and the first time they hit the bullseye, they're not afraid anymore. A lot of women come to us because their military wives and their husbands have been deployed, and they have children at home, so they want to be able to feel safe.
So does this create an overall camaraderie between the women?
Oh yes, it's amazing because people have developed real friendships. There's one group, Sportsman's Club from Sun City West, that has about 80 women who actually come here, and usually they're as a group about 12 a week that come, and they kind of rotate through, and it's just a really great group. We celebrate everybody's birthdays. We have a Christmas gift exchange. I mean, we're always huddling about something, so it's really kind of nice.
We have a great time. A lot of ladies refer to this as their happy place. It's someplace they can come. It is a big stress reliever. A lot of people think that's really strange, but you get so focused on what you're doing, the rest of your life just kind of falls away for a couple hours, and you have a good time. You compete against each other in little great competitions that they set up amongst themselves, and they have a really good time. New firearms are bought. Everybody oozes off the room, gets to shoot them when we just have so much fun out here. And they get really comfortable shooting to where they come out with their husbands during the week, as to where they wouldn't have done that before because it's more of a male environment. Now they don't care.
That's great. And we average about 50 new ladies a month, and we are well over 2,000 women who have been through the program. And a lot of our ladies go on to other types of shooting once they learn the basics.
One of those other types of shooting actually involves dressing up and playing cowboys. Going back to a simpler time is a fun activity the whole family can enjoy.
We are doing one of the fastest growing equestrian sports in the United States. It's called Cowboy mounted shooting. It's combining horsemanship and your firearms skills and putting it all together, and it's a timed event, a speed event, where you shoot black powder blanks off of horses.
How long have you been doing this?
This is my 10th year.
How did you get started?
I got started, I was actually at an event, a single action shooting event in California, and as a spokesperson for Colt Firearms, and I saw them shooting off the horses, and I said, oh my gosh, that looks like so much fun. And I've always had horses. I used to show quarter horses, and so I thought this is something fun that I can do with my horse, and I love to shoot, and I love firearms, so I combine the whole thing together.
That's great. And who do we have here with us?
Okay, with us here we've got Cimarron, after my gun sponsor.
Oh, perfect.
And she was an awesome mare for me last year in 2005. She won me lots of money. And this is an up-and-coming horse. He's just a 4-year-old, going to be 4, out of my world champion stallion, El Costa Prom, who's a mounted shooting stallion. So what I do is I train these horses and breed them to be shooting horses. So it's a little specialty.
How much training is involved with them?
It takes a good full year to train a mounted shooting horse.
Wow.
Yep, it's a year of hard work.
I'm sure.
Yep, to get them used to the gunfire. And then plus they have to maneuver all these different patterns out there.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how many women are involved with the sport?
The women have really grown in the sport. Used to be, you know, there were just a few of us. Now, in 2006, I mean, there's definitely thousands of women now, I can truthfully say, that do participate in our sport. So I'd say statistically it'd be around, I'd say 60% men and about 40% women now.
That's
which is
great. That is great. And it's growing every year.
Growing every year. We've got lots of members. We have shoots all over the country, pretty much every state except for, I believe, Hawaii. And of course, we love being here in Arizona. The weather's great and it's a lot of fun.
How do you play this sport?
Basically, we have 10 targets, and they're balloon targets. And you have 2 6 guns. So you basically get 5 shots out of each gun. So you have the 10 targets. So you basically, you go out there, they give you a pattern, you shoot 5 balloons, put your gun away and shoot another 5, and then it's the fastest person to come across the finish line hitting all their targets wins.
And is it the same pattern every time?
Nope, 50 different patterns.
50, that's
So these
amazing.
horses have to really be really tuned horses.
Know what they're
Very
doing.
tuned, yeah.
16:62. 16:62 clean for Audrey Hensley. New top time.
So how do women get involved in the sport?
Well, basically, you know, I always recommend, you know, if you aren't already familiar with firearms, it's going out and taking firearm safety courses. And then basically you look up our sport, you know, online under Cowboy mounted shooting. And there's lots of information on clubs, but basically you need to be able to have good firearm skills, safe firearm skills, and then you need to be a good rider too. So if you have your riding skills and your firearm skills, put it all together. I tend to like to see women that already ride because, as you know, being a fellow equestrian, it takes, you know, a long time to become a good rider. So
lots of balance.
Lots of balance, and then you have a firearm in your hand. So it's easier for me to coach people and teach people that are already riders, and then put them through the paces on the firearms.
That's great. Do you use any special equipment for it?
Well, basically you need a good holster, nice leather holster, and then of course a good set of 6 guns. You have to get an action actually put on your 6 guns so they're easier to cock back.
And a lot of the women's like to turn down hammers a little bit because their thumb is quite small compared to men. So I have been turning down a lot of hammers. I got Annie's turned down just a little bit. And it makes them easier to operate the gun, and they're doing quite well with them. So the Cimarrons are working really great for them, especially the stainless ones.
Oh yeah, these are
great. So right here's where it turns down, right in here?
Yeah, you heat this, you bend it down, and I put some deep knurling. Annie likes hers kind of rough, and so I make these knurls so their thumb don't slip off of there. And they can reach up and get that cocked real easy.
Wow.
So they're actually working real good.
I shot them all.
Yeah, okay.
I had a clean run.
Sure.
I had a clean run. Yeah, so basically you get a good set of guns with actions, holsters, a nice horse, or an upcoming horse, and you're basically ready to go.
So you have lots of spectators out here. How do they stay safe while you're shooting?
That's a really good question. We had to make the sport spectator safe. So what we shoot is black powder. And it's basically just a burning amber that comes out of your gun, and then it pops the balloons. It dissipates after about 10-15 feet.
Oh, that's great.
So it stays right in the arena. The spectators are fine. You know, gun safety is #1 in this sport. And, you know, it's obviously a fun spectator sport, but we had to make it safe. And we really stress the gun safety. It's so important. You know, even though we're dealing with blanks, it's still a live firearms.
Right. And for these guys too.
Yeah, for these guys too. Yeah,
you want to keep them.
Keep them safe also.
Our next adventure takes us out to meet Donna Gatlin, black powder shooter extraordinaire.
I've been shooting since muzzleloader since 1960, but I started shooting modern firearms at age 9. I started out in offhand shooting, and then went into some of the primitive shooting where I threw a knife and tomahawk, built a fire, flint and steel,
Wow.
So I've covered all of the different varieties of muzzleloading, shooting, and the activities within that.
So why do you shoot muzzleloader instead of a conventional rifle?
I guess the camaraderie and the people that's in muzzleloading. Yeah, and it's something that we're constantly studying and reading and figuring.
Okay. Will you tell us a little bit about your firearm here?
Yeah. This is what they call a slug gun. And so it's not an offhand type of gun that I'd walk around hunting with or anything like that. It is shot from a bench because of the weight of it. And it's a replica of the sniper guns that were used in the Civil War. Yeah.
Wow, so you use it solely for competition now?
Solely for competition.
Great. How many competitions do you do a year?
We do about 4 or 5 different competitions throughout the United States.
Well, that wraps up another edition of Arizona Wildlife Views. If you'd like any information on anything you've seen tonight, please visit our website at azgfd.gov. For producers Carol Lind and Gary Schaefer, I'm your host Ian Satter. We'll see you next time.